Fans, welcome to another edition of Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour. I am the host of Rush Hour and the play-by-play voice for Barrie Wrestling, Mike Jeffries, and I'm back this week after being kind of kicked out of my spot last week by that Brian Sinclair. Still don't know what that video was all about. But fans, as for tonight, we have a great show for you. We have 2 title matches and a Hall of Fame induction as we induct the Flatliners, one of the OG tag teams that really helped put Barrie Wrestling on the map, and they are going in to the Barrie Wrestling Hall of Fame. But up first, Clutch Jessie V will be defending the Barrie Wrestling Heavyweight Championship against one of the brightest young stars in Ontario today, Bryce Hansen, who, if you're a big fan of Japanese wrestling, you might recognize as he is over in Japan right now wrestling for Pro Wrestling Noah. So we're kicking it off, Barrie Wrestling Championship on the line, Clutch Jessie V, Bryce Hansen, and this is Barrie Wrestling's Rush Hour.
Match of the night, and this is going to be Jessie V defending his title against the young lion, Bryce Hansen. Diamond Jim, this is a star-making opportunity for the young lion.
Introducing first, your challenger is hailing from Waterloo, Ontario, weighing in at 215 pounds, the young lion, Bryce Hansen.
We've been talking about potential, upside, and young talent. This young man is one of the hottest prospects in wrestling today. He's been scouted by TNA, AEW, NXT.
And his opponent.
But boys, he got a big match tonight.
The most dominant champion in the history of Barrie Wrestling is Clutch Jessie V, and he is on his way to the ring to defend that title once again.
His weighing in at 272 pounds, hailing from Toronto, Ontario, is your Barrie Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Clutch Jessie V.
Last month, Jessie V defending his title against Myung Jae Lee. Since winning that championship, Jessie V has been dominant. Before winning the championship, he was dominant, but he has me questioning what it will take to take that championship out of his hands.
Jessie V was born to be a dominant champion. But this is a really interesting matchup because these two men are similar in a lot of ways. Hansen not quite as big as the champ, but he is strong, he is fast, he is smart, he is tough, and he has the pedigree of a winner.
The young lion has been all over the indies. Potential personified. I don't even want to say potential. He's good now. He is worthy of this shot against Clutch Jessie V. And Jessie V willing to take on any competitors. Anybody Barrie Wrestling Management will put in front of him, Jessie V will take on. And I am excited for this matchup, Diamond Jim. It's been a long time since we've seen Bryce Hansen in a Barrie Wrestling ring, and he has done so much in that time. I cannot wait to see what he has for us today. Good go behind there by Hansen. He's going to have to try and neutralize the size and strength advantage of Jessie V and use his quickness. And then, as I say that, Jessie flips out of the armhold.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the challenger is any faster than the champion. Jessie V, as you said, is the human cheat code. He doesn't make sense.
Jessie V is the kind of person that if you wrestled 100 times, you might win one. And you just got to hope that one happens to be your night. Pinning combination there for Hansen, but only a 1 count. Jessie V ducks underneath and a lariat. Diamond Jim, he just tried to separate Hansen's head from the rest of his body.
Yeah, but it was a smart move to go for that quick pin by Hansen. He knows he cannot get into a brawl with the champ, but if he can catch him by surprise, if he can tie him up, oh my!
Standing moonsault from Jessie V. And then a 270-pound elbow drop.
Did you see the height on that, Mike Jeffries?
The biggest vertical on the indies.
I think his elbow was over Kyle's head.
Easily. We have seen Jessie V kick people who are standing on the top turnbuckle. His vertical is unreal. But Bryce Hansen showing off pretty good vertical of his own there with a drop kick right to the face on Jessie V. He's got the champ stunned, but only for a moment. Jessie V brute force reversing the Irish whip. Big back suplex from clutch Jessie V. And then a perfect drop kick from the champion. Shades of Okada with that drop kick.
Yeah, and that really hurt Hansen. Young Lion is maybe needs a check-in from the referee.
Sometimes I feel like Jessie V has snuck a mini trampoline into the ring the way he flies around. A man of his size should not be able to do that. Just tossing Bryce Hansen across the ring.
And here's the thing. Jessie will fight this clean. He will fight it down the middle, but he won't show any mercy. He's got that much respect for his opponents. He will only beat them clean in the middle of that ring.
Jessie has been a fighting champion in gym. As you said, he does not show mercy. He will do what needs to be done within the letters of the law to pick up the victory. Hansen with a head of steam in that forearm, and Jessie staying on his feet. Another head of steam with that forearm. Hansen went to the well 3 times, and going for a crossbody, just got caught.
That's a growing man, a huge man he's throwing around.
Jessie's got him up on his shoulder, maybe going for a Samoan drop. Hansen fighting out with elbows. Now Jessie went for a spear. Hansen moves and catches him with a boot to the head. Jessie's in a bad spot. Drive-by drop kick by Hansen with Jessie hung up on the second rope. Incredible athleticism from the young Lion.
Crowd impressed with Bryce Hansen right now.
Jim, you made a point about Hansen's size. Jessie makes him look small. Bryce is 6'1", 6'2", what, 210, 220 pounds?
Yeah, absolutely built for this business.
Oh, inside cradle, small package. Jessie just slides out, but Hansen nearly picking up the win. And we haven't mentioned it, Bryce Hansen could be the Barrie Wrestling heavyweight champion. A chokeslam flatliner from Jessie V. Roll up, no, this is the clutch. And go! Remember how I said Hansen might be the champ? Not anymore. Jessie V retains.
Here's your winner, and still Barrie Wrestling heavyweight champion, Clutch Jessie V.
Very, very impressive performance by the young Lion, but death, taxes, and Jessie V pinning you 1, 2, 3 are inevitable.
The power, the one-handed clutch and go, planting the young Lion. A great show of respect between Jessie V and Bryce Hansen. Oh, the champ's got the mic.
Bryce, it may not have been long, my man, but it's not long until you get this. There was a great Barrie champion who said the same thing to me. So as a young guy, keep fighting. Because, hell, I'm the Barrie champion right now, but it won't be long, okay? Keep it up, buddy.
Jessie referencing the great walking weapon, Josh Alexander, who is the only man to pin Jessie V in a Barrie Wrestling ring, who then told Jessie to go get that gold. Jessie passing that mantle to the young Lion.
Just an incredible endorsement, Mike Jeffries. Remember the name of the young Lion, Bryce Hansen.
Introducing first, the challengers. They are the best brother tag team in all of Canada. Reject JT Kirk, the President Matthew Grant. They are Empire.
The present Matthew Grant and the reject JT Kirk. I guess Matt Grant sees himself as a gift to the rest of us, calling himself the present.
He believes he is the past, the future, and the present of professional wrestling, Mike Jeffries. And say what you will about his attitude, this is a man who gets it done in the middle of a wrestling ring.
These two brothers calling themselves the best brother tag team in Canada. Representing Empire.
and their opponents.
And they'll be taking on now. Shiloh and Kyle Boone are not here today, so mom and dad are not home. Let's see if the siblings can get along.
Representing the Royal Family, they're Barrie Wrestling 400 North Tag Team Champions, Grizzly Mack, and the wickedly talented one and only Anthony Musso!
Anthony Musso, who seems to be the wrestling equivalent of a golden retriever, and Grizzly Mack.
The fans are cheering.
Definitely an interesting reaction here for the Royal Family.
They're even cheering for Grizzly Mack.
I just think they're better, like, everybody's better liked when Kyle and Shiloh are not around.
Fair.
Now, we talked about the size mismatch in the first matchup. Matt Grant sitting on JT Kirk's shoulders, I think, is still giving up 6 inches and 100 pounds to Grizzly Mack.
Yeah.
And the present better be careful, otherwise he's going to very quickly become the past. Matt Grant believing that Musso needs to calm the heck down. JT Kirk trying to steal the titles from Kyle.
Some bad blood between these two teams. We've heard Empire with some very harsh words for the Royal Family, and some of them directed at Shiloh, who's not even here. It'll be interesting to see how Grizz and Musso respond to the inflammatory rhetoric from the standard Matt Grant.
I would not want to say Shiloh's name when she's not around. I know there's another wrestler who's, if you say his name, he appears. Shiloh reminds me more of Beetlejuice.
That's just mean.
She's mean. She tried to light our title on fire.
Did the title light on fire?
Not for lack of trying.
Well, why do you care then?
Musso channeling...
Are there burn marks on the title?
Maybe.
No, there aren't. Shut up.
In the ring, Musso
Call
channeling his
Call
inner
the match.
Ric Flair.
Call the match.
Chopping Matt Grant.
That's better.
Turning him into ground beef. Matt Grant clearly not spending too much time in the sun.
Oh. There's the pale guy calling the kettle white.
This is very true. Musso just ramming Grant, I believe, butt first into all the turnbuckles. Turning his brown eye blue with that one.
Jesus, man.
Now Grizzly taking his turn. A running bear hug, squishing the life out of Matt Grant, who I'm surprised right now doesn't look like a half-empty roll of toothpaste. And then tossing him across the ring. Grizzly calling the reject JT Kirk into the matchup.
Well, Grizz's got to watch himself here because the reject is a tough, bad, mean man.
And he's going after Musso with a suplex from Kirk. An arrogant pin from the reject. As TCO so eloquently said, wickedly talented, one and only Anthony Musso. And just Kirk raining elbows to the back of Musso's head.
And that's what he does. JT Kirk is not a technical wrestler. He's not known for his high-flying technique. He is a smash-mouth throwback who makes people hurt.
Well, as long as they don't damage Musso's wonderful vocal cords.
That would be a national tragedy. We must protect his vocal cords. Whoa. You jinxed it, Mike Jeffries.
Empire not afraid to bend and break the rules. And let's say it for what it is. Empire, not consistent competitors here in Barrie Wrestling. If they win the 400 North Tag Team Championships, they get a contract. And Musso, he's got to be careful. My understanding from Shiloh is he still owes them about $7,000 that he cost them a few months ago. If he loses the title, that's going to double. Grant with the senton, Kirk into a cover.
Don't forget interest, Kylo's wine surtax.
There is no chance Kyle or Shiloh can do that kind of math.
Well, yeah.
Matt Grant talking to the crowd. Teammate looking to make a tag. Grant's got to focus on what's going on in the ring. They've got Musso cornered. The Crown Prince of Buffalo's got to be careful here. Kirk and Grant each grabbing a leg, dragging Musso back. Grant with a cheap shot on Grizzly Mack. I think that just angered the bear. Quite literally poking the bear. Kirk backing Musso into a corner, holding him there. Grant with a head of steam, slide through with a clothesline. Kirk with a cheap shot, running knee. Musso in a bad spot of town, slingshot basement dropkick from the present Matt Grant.
Perfectly executed. We could see new champs here, Mike.
Musso just gets the left shoulder up. Grant's looking frustrated.
Grizzly is losing his mind at ringside.
I hope those ropes are secured well. Grizzly is...
He's like a caged animal.
Itching to get into this ring.
Empire got to
what
keep Musso
athleticism!
isolated.
Musso springboarding over Matt Grant and then a German suplex. Looked like Grant tried to roll out of it and land right on his shoulder.
Listen to this crowd.
Musso tags in Grizzly Mack.
Oh, business is about to pick up.
Grizzly looks like a brown bear during salmon season. He is hungry. Right hand to Kirk. Lariat to Grant. Splash to Kirk. Meeting of the brothers in the corner. Grizzly with a head of steam. Making himself an Empire sandwich. Hip tossing the reject.
Matt Grant is out cold.
Grant's in a lot of trouble. Bigfoot from the Grizzly Mack. Grant caught him with a boot. And then made the mistake of taunting Grizzly. And Grant slammed right onto his brother. Grizzly Mack pinning them both. Both members of Empire able to kick out.
Grizz, you're big and strong, but you're just one man, brother.
Matt Grant squashed like a bug. Oh, and Grizzly now got him goozled. He's going for the choke slam. Kirk slides out the back door in the chop block. The reject taking the legs out from Grizzly and then a meteor to the back of the head and neck. Grizzly Mack is in trouble. Matt Grant channeling the Ultimate Warrior, I think.
Maybe?
Now he is up on... Oh, I was wrong. And then a codebreaker from Matt Grant. Into the cover. Musso breaks it up. That was the SFTM from Empire. That is what they win with. We nearly had two new tag champions, and Musso absolutely saving the day. During the replay there, Musso with a spine buster in the ring, planting the reject JT Kirk. He rolls out of the ring, and Matt Grant in trouble, but ahead of steam, going for the shank, caught by Grizzly. What a choke slam! Count to 100. The royal family is going to retain.
Here are your winners, and still Barrie Wrestling 400 North Tag Team Champions, Grizzly Mack and Anthony Musso.
Now, Jim, I'm not trying to sow any discontent or anything, but is it just me or was their teamwork better with Kyle and Shiloh not around?
Sometimes not having the pressure of the boss looking over your shoulder can do wonders. But let's take a look at this choke slam. My goodness!
Matt Grant lifted about 10 feet in the air and then driven through the mat. You see the hug from Musso and Grizzly. Happy to see them getting along. Fans, we've already had 2 title matches here to start off Summer Brawl 2. We've still got a lot coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Tonight, to introduce one of the greatest tag teams to ever enter this ring. Not only did they win championships around the world, not only were they featured on The Amazing Race Canada, but they made history here in Barrie by becoming the first ever 400 North champions. Please stand if you can and welcome back to Barrie Wrestling for the first time since a loser leaves town match in 2017, the newest members of the Barrie Wrestling Hall of Fame, Mack and Asylum, the Flatliners!
As you heard Diamond Jim say, these men were the inaugural 400 North Tag Team Champions here in Barrie. One of the greatest tag teams to ever set foot in our ring, and appearing as a team for the first time since that loser leaves town matchup. Matt Burns and Asylum. We have seen Matt Burns in action a few months ago, but I believe this is the first time Asylum has been back in the FLCC arena since they were forced to leave 6 years ago.
The famous chanting Flatliners, we've heard that so many times in this arena, but I think there's 2 other words that you fans have for Matt and Asylum. I think those words are, welcome back! Guys, it's so nice to see you back in this ring. And Tyler and I have something to present to you on behalf of Barrie Wrestling Management. These are your official plaques naming you Barrie Wrestling Hall of Famers. I know you guys always like to settle things with your fists rather than with your mouths. But do you have a few words to say to these amazing fans who've come out to see you today?
Throughout the years, Nick and I spent countless hours on the road, all over the country. I don't know that anywhere kind of holds our hearts the way Barrie did. The fans here have always been amazing. The Canada Day shows on the street there have always been amazing. The way you guys have built this house, I mean, it's not us, it's you, right? We come here to do that for you, and it's always been amazing. First of all, thank you for springing for one each. I thought we were going to get one and have to share custody. This is good, this is good. I'm the worst at this stuff because if I'm being honest, I'm the reason we haven't been here in a really long time. I'm a jerk sometimes. I'm stubborn, but I'm a lot older now, and I see this as my. You know what? I can't even. I'm so injured right now that like I wish I could, but I can't. But I see this as a way for me to say thank you and sorry to everyone for not being able to be here for as long as I wanted to be. And I've been watching Barrie Wrestling from Newmarket, not too far. That's where I'm from. That's why Barrie's so important to us. It's so close. And I look at this and it just allows me to say thank you once and for all to everyone here. So, everybody that I've missed in the past, Brian, taking pictures up. I'll even post.
A fellow Hall of Famer, Brian Weiss, taking the photo.
Shelly doing the music and bringing her cookies and brownies to everyone.
Another Hall of Famer, Shelly Weiss. Why is this music Why is he back? Cash Jordan and the Clydesdale Clyde Cain come into the ring, interrupting this Hall of Fame ceremony for the Flatliners. Once again showing you should never have a wedding or a Hall of Fame ceremony in the ring. Somebody will always ruin it. Thankfully there's no cake today. Cash Jordan taking the mic out of the hands of Asylum.
Let my grandpa out of the retirement village. Hey, old boys, you get two fresh meat, two absolute stars. I know, Richard. I know. The thing is, they might be saying, welcome home. I'm saying, go home.
Cash Jordan's mouth writing checks. I don't know if his butt can cash. Asylum said he's injured, but
There's the door. Walk.
First of all, please back away, spitting all over us. Ironic that they're telling us to go home. We're both accents. I feel like you're not from Aurelia, if I'm guessing. So I feel like you guys are going to be the ones going home soon. But I'm injured. You definitely look like you're injured. But, and I think Barrie Wrestling knows this, Mack is still one hell of a wrestler.
Can absolutely confirm that, Asylum.
And I bet that my boy can be your jiggly tip boy right there.
keep it.
You're so confident. Let's put a bet on this, eh? If Clydesdale can beat this old fart later tonight, you guys have to leave forever.
They already had to do that once.
Whenever you've gone left, right, and you walk out the door and you never come back.
So, if he beats me later tonight, we leave Barrie forever.
On you go! On your bikes!
Okay, but let me take it up a notch. If I beat him tonight,
You guys live forever.
I think maybe if I beat him tonight, maybe the Flatliners get one more run in Barrie Wrestling.
Listen to that reaction, Mike Jeffries.
There's only one man that can confirm this one, Mr. Gibson.
Unbelievable. Sean Gibson willing to waive the loser leave town stipulation from 2017.
like it's right for some people. Well, we need to get ready. See, I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready. We got a ref here. We can do this right now.
We got a match!
He's in his street clothes. Clydesdale's ready to...
You have your stuff on already? Are you serious? This is happening right now?
He's actually wearing his wrestling gear.
Asylum learning some new things about his tag team partner. And an impressive gear toss from Matt Burns, which I think is going to be an Olympic sport in 2030.
But how about this? A match we weren't even expecting to have now has massive stakes. If Matt Burns wins, the Flatliners are reinstated to Barrie Wrestling and can compete again. But if they lose, they can never come back. They've just gone to the Hall of Fame. They can never walk through these doors again.
I guess that's the added caveat here is Matt Burns has been allowed back in. Asylum is now back in. Even if they can't wrestle, they can at least be here. Now they'd be banned from the premises.
That's right. Going back to 2017, I was here. I was the announcer for that match. Stipulation was the Flatliners could never team in Barrie Wrestling again. That was the stipulation. You know, it was the tag team leave town match. So of course Matt Burns has been back. Now Asylum is here, but not wrestling, and this is just incredible. I'm amazed at what's happening.
And I mean, what an opportunity for the Clydesdale Clyde Cain, trying to earn his spot here in Barrie. We saw him make his debut last month, teaming with Julian Ward unsuccessfully against Alexia Nicole and Trent Seven. Unfortunately, Kaz Jordan is still on the outside, but on the good side, Asylum is out there, and a flapjack from Matt Burns. Going for a crossface, Clydesdale able to slide to the outside.
The Clydesdale is about to pay a very serious price for Kaz flapping his gums, because there are no meaner, bigger, or badder guys in indie tag wrestling than the Flatliners. Matt Burns will just knock what little sense is left in Clydesdale right out.
Last time we saw Matt Burns, he was victorious over the 6'8" Isaiah Cross. Incredible physical matchup for Matt Burns. But the Clydesdale, you know, I was talking to him before the show, before we started. I said, you know, what is a Clydesdale to you? I said, well, they used to be like, they were workhorses. They were used for war, but now they're show horses and they parade around. And he sees them as both. He sees them as worthy of being showed off, but also somebody that's going to go to war. The man is full of himself and does not lack confidence, which I think is a common trait here among ATO.
Well, amongst all of top-tier talent. You can't fit all their egos into a single gymnasium.
Well, the Clydesdale dipping outside for a quick drink. I guess horses do get thirsty. Oh, Clydesdale spitting the water right in the face of Matt Burns. And then a vicious lariat to the back of the head. Cain looked like he was going for a cover, but just ground and pound. See the mouth of South Australia, Kaz Jordan mimicking it in the background.
Did you know that I was actually a member of the Flatliners for a very brief 45 seconds?
It's the worst 45 seconds of their careers.
Hey, we won the match.
Cain sending Burns into the corner and following up with a vicious clothesline and then driving the knee into the face of Matt Burns. Now keep an eye on Kaz Jordan. And Jordan going for the cheap shot on the outside, but never seen a man in a walking boot run that quickly, but Asylum scaring Kaz Jordan halfway back across the Pacific.
When you look at Asylum, and it's been 7 years since we've seen him in Barrie Wrestling, and he looks to be in even better shape than the last time we saw him. How do you keep in that type of physical fitness? It's unreal. He is just a machine, and his partner, Matt Burns, is pretty up there in that department as well.
A neck breaker by Clydesdale, Burns kicks out. I mean, Cash Jordan referred to them as his grandfathers from the home. I don't know many grandfathers that look quite like that. Although where I'm from in Aurelia, 38 you can be a grandfather, so I'm sure it can happen. Clyde Cain wearing down on one half of the Flatliners. Burns with a knee to the gut, forcing Cain into the ropes. Cain with the reversal. A great veteran maneuver by Burns. Rolls through, looking for the crossface, middle of the ring. Fingers under the chin.
Clydesdale's a tough guy, though. He's going to be really difficult to make this big man tap.
And the long arms of the Clydesdale there, you can see Burns not able to fully cinch it in and Cain able to get his left hand to that bottom rope.
Well, there's that workhorse element that you were talking about. He's just a strong guy who will do whatever it takes to get the win.
Roll up by Burns, Cain able to kick out. Samoan drop into a cover. And there, Cain did not quite get Burns' left shoulder down, and that delay may have cost him the matchup and may have saved the Flatliners' chances here in Barrie Wrestling.
I still can't believe that Matt Burns just walks around with his wrestling gear under his clothes.
Are you really that surprised?
I don't know.
He seems like the kind of guy where if somebody asks him, you want to fight, they don't get through the full words before they're getting punched in the mouth.
That I can confirm.
2 count.
I'll tell you, when you look at the Mount Rushmore of Barrie Wrestling tag teams, you've got the Dirty Vets and you've got these guys, the Flatliners. Absolute legends, so important to the first half of Barrie Wrestling's history. It's so exciting to know that.
Well, hold on, in the ring after that vicious clothesline. Clyde Cain nearly ending the Flatliners' chances.
But it's so exciting to know that if Matt Burns can win tonight, we will see the Flatliners compete in Barrie Wrestling once again.
Flatliners and the Dirty Vets. That is 4 guys I would not want to anger in a bar fight.
Do you think? But you wouldn't even want to anger Tyler and Shelley in a bar fight, so.
Shelley's dangerous. But back to the ring. Burns fighting back as the Clydesdale really taking control of this matchup and trying to wear down. I mean, Burns is a veteran, and I'm not giving any credence to what Cash Jordan said, but he's got a few years on these guys. Running clothesline, each man had the same idea, both taken down. You know, Burns and Asylum, have they been working on the cardio? Do they have it to go? And you see that clothesline in the near fall earlier. We'll see. Clyde Cain, I don't know his exact age, but I'm pretty sure he's a good 10 to 15 years younger than Burns. That can make a difference in a long matchup.
Yeah, but so can experience, so can going through the pain, having to push through so many damaging, lengthy, draining matches. Like that internal ability to push through that comes through by being war hardened. And there ain't many more war hardened
than Matt Burns. And there are a couple of 3 vicious right hands, all finding their mark on Clyde Cain. And then that clothesline and a back elbow. Manhattan drop. Running drop kick from Matt Burns.
Fans, I do want to apologize if I'm coughing a bit during the broadcast. I've been in an arena all day, and the dust from the arena is definitely bothering me. So, Michael Jeffries, please be patient with me.
I'll do my best, Jimothy. Now Burns looking to take the Clydesdale for a ride. Is this potentially a backpack stunner?
Oh. Cover him, Matt. Cover him.
Clyde came out of a broken jaw. Burns into the cover. Left shoulder up at a count of 2. Clyde Cain impressing me with his resilience.
Yeah, but you may have been onto something because Burns is very slow in making that cover. I think if maybe a younger Matt Burns might have been on him faster and this match would be over.
Well, this Matt Burns is getting up ahead of steam. Oh! Tope through the ropes.
Vintage Matt Burns.
There you see the replay of the backpack stunner, and then Matt Burns taking flight.
Oh, they remember Matt Burns and the Flatliners in the FLCC.
And for those who don't remember, because let's be honest, we have fans in our audience who were not alive when the Flatliners lost that Loser Leaves Town tag matchup. They are learning to love the Flatliners right now. Burns looking to fly. Castro, get him out of here. Asylum, I know you're hurt, but whatever you can do. Pick up something and hit him with it. Burns, moonsault. Clyde Cain getting out of the way. Spinebuster.
Oh, no.
Spiking Burns.
No.
Matt Burns surviving. I want Asylum to catch up to Cass Jordan, rip that boot off, and beat him upside the head with it. Is that wrong?
That's wrong, baby. I don't want to be right.
I don't know what the Clydesdale said. I'm not great at speaking Australian. Burns countered with the elbows. Clydesdale ducks the clothesline. Cain got him back up on his shoulders.
Wow.
Planting the Flatliner. Again, just surviving. Matt Burns is not just fighting for himself and his career here in Barrie. He is fighting for Asylum to be able to make up for the wrongs that have gone on over the past few years. As he said, he apologized. He wants to make this up to the Barrie Wrestling fans. He needs his tag partner to pick up a win in this matchup to make that happen.
But how impressive has the Clydesdale been?
I cannot deny it. Clyde Cain impressing me tonight. But does he know how to win? Does he know how to put it away? Going for the boot. Now Burns has caught him. Going for it. TKO! Matt Burns got all of it. Into the cover.
2. Oh!
But he rolls him into the crossface. Cain's got nowhere to go. Asylum. They tap. The Flatliners are back in Barrie.
The Flatliners are back in Barrie! This place has come unglued. You and I have come unglued. What an incredible moment. Matt Burns has earned the Flatliners a spot back in Barrie Wrestling.
Take a look at that replay of the finish. The TKO from Burns pretty much turned Clyde Cain's lights out. Cain was able to kick out with Burns. There's that veteran savvy we talked about, Diamond Jim. Countering the kick out right into a crossface. Clyde Cain, no chance but to tap out. And Matt Burns has brought the Flatliners back to Barrie Wrestling.
Fans, thank you for joining us. Be sure to tune in next week for Wild Rovers 2.